no picks a week ago, but plenty of...
Off in week 9. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Running on first down, Eckler. He finds some open field here. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Here's Herbert. Keeps himself upright. Herbert has it knocked free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know, usually
touchdown! Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers... As they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on off. 21, it's Trey Lance. Faking to give to Mostert. Now Lance. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Lance again here on 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He's brought down at the 34, calling a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
These two teams all tied after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. From the 50, here's Herbert. That is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be. We wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now play fake. Lance. Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. The Chargers' 47-yard line.
In motion, Hill. That one complete to Hill. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once more, here's Eckler. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Herbert throwing again. He's got it to Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert now. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is caught. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out. Yeah, trying to hit right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play.
So that challenge is successful. Lance now on first down. Steps away. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And he's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And Sharp calls it in. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Mostert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And Lance now to throw. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Lance. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Elliott now to have the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game.
That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, Lance. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. The Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty read.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Off of play action, here's Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes a challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Faking to give to Mostert. Now Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffith. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Herbert. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
68 yards on the ground for him so far.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type. And he
takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Lance now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tight end Fant. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
First down.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. In motion, Hill. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. second down. Here's Mostert again. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. With a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the option, running left is Lance. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And Lance again going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Lance. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think we're wondering if we're going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the